Hello guys, if you're watching this video then that means that you've probably sold your phone on eBay or another online platform. So in this video I'll be showing you the correct way to package up a phone for shipping. So today I'm going to be shipping this iPhone 8. It's in the rose gold color, but as you can see it's powered on now. There's a bit of dust on it. I'm not sure if you can see. Okay. So, but firstly, as you know, the phone has been reset because you want to be able to get it to the buyer so that they can set it up and use it how they want it to. So firstly, you're going to charge, so before packaging it, you're going to charge the phone between 20 and 80%. I think that right now it's at about 70. Because you don't want it under 20% or over 80% because it wears out the battery, and this way when the buyer gets it, it's just enough battery for them to get the phone set up, check that it's all working, and then they can put it on charge. So I usually charge it about 70, 60, sometimes 50. I don't usually go any lower than that because otherwise, if it's like an older phone like one of these, then it sometimes runs out before you can set it up. So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to power down the device. And just so you know, this tutorial works for pretty much any phone. It doesn't have to be an iPhone, it can be an Android. You just need to cut up the bubble wrap appropriately. So as you can see, here is a phone and you can see the dust. So I'm going to get a damp microfiber cloth. It's important that it's damp and not wet, because if it's wet, then it will look like the phone has been dropped in water or something like that. So you're going to gently wipe it down, both the front and the back, to make sure that you get any fingerprints off the device, as well as the sides. It's important to use a microfiber cloth because this is what is recommended on the Apple website, and it's what is not supposed to scratch your screen. So as you can see, it looks much better now. It looks like a brand new device, and also this is such good condition. I don't see any scratches or dents on the phone. The battery health is at 80%. So basically, if you want to sell your phone, then it's important to list what the battery health is. Excuse me. So if the battery health is below 80%, it will usually show a message like the battery needs to be replaced. So, and buyers usually want a phone that's fully functional. So if it's below 80%, then it's best to list that, or to even get it replaced. It adds more value to the phone. So we're going to put the phone to the side. As you can see, I have 4 layers of bubble wrap. I usually use 4 layers because more isn't really necessary. I also have this used Amazon box, which I took my address off for obvious reasons. So we're going to start packaging the phone. So I have, as you can see, 2 types of sellotape. This is just so this one is just so that I can take it off quickly, and this one is to package it totally, because this one is slightly stronger. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our phone, we're going to inspect it, see if there's any dust, clean it up if there is any, and then we're going to place it somewhere in the middle. So if we're going to do this, although your first instinct is to put it like this, I usually prefer to put it face down, because that means that the screen gets a bit more protection. And then we're just going to gently do this. Going to fold it over and over till it gets to the end. And then when it gets to the end, I'm going to find where the last bit is. And I'm going to cut a tiny bit of tape. And put it right over here. It's important to note that if you're selling your phone with a case, then you can either put it on the phone and sell it. However, when you're shipping it, I usually find it better to ship it without the case, and then the case will just be in another bit of bubble wrap, because it's just a better experience for the buyer, so that they don't have to take the phone out of the case, especially if it's one of those very big cases with all of that protection. So, I think that it's really just best to see the device and then put a case on it. So every time that I do include a case, I send it in another bit of bubble wrap, in the same box, obviously. It's also just, so it's just how, it's just a better experience for the buyer, I think. And also, if the phone has got any faults, like if the screen is broken, or if you're selling a phone for parts because it's been dropped, or you know that there's something wrong with the phone, then ship it with some more bubble wrap, or make sure that it's more protected, because if it's got a fault, then it's more likely to break. Okay, so then I've added one piece of tape here. I'm going to add 2 more pieces to make sure that it's secure. Where have my scissors gone to? Here they are. Okay, so that looks quite secure. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do this and this. However, since this is the back side of the phone, it's best to put it on the screen side so that you get more protection for the screen. So you're going to do this and this, and then I'm going to put another piece of tape. I'm also going to put another piece of tape here. Since this is just the first layer, I won't be using the stronger tape because it's not really necessary. Also, you need to pick a box for the phone that is good for the phone, because don't try and be smart and say, oh, I'll get a very big box and put a lot of packaging in, because if it's a small box, they'll ship it with all of those smaller boxes. So as you can see, this isn't too small. The phone can go in there comfortably. This is one of those Amazon boxes, which I have, because most of you won't really have expensive boxes meant for shipping phones. So I'm trying to replicate your best scenario. So I was, yeah, so don't get a very big box, because otherwise they'll ship it with the big boxes, and if your phone is sitting right there in the middle, and then a giant box that weighs 10 kilograms goes on it and it's like plop, then the buyer is going to get a broken phone most likely, unless you package it really, really well. So as you can see now, we've got our first layer, but it's not really okay to send it. I sometimes use 3 or 4 layers. So right now you can still see through the phone, which is not a really good sign. So now we're going to put the phone in the middle again and do the exact same thing. We're going to leave about a at 1 or 2 centimeters from the side. So we're going to do this, and this, and this. Now we're going to the side, and I'm going to add some tape. If you have any questions, feel free to put a comment down below. I've shipped about 2 phones. This is my 3rd one, this way. And most of my buyers complimented me for shipping, so I think it's quite good. So as you can see, this is the back, this is the front. So we're going to be adding some more either to the front or the back. Since the front is the more delicate bit, I'm going to be adding it to the front. Now as you can see, the phone is starting to become a bit you can see that it's slowly starting to become thicker. So now you're going to do this, get some more tape. Now this is when I'm going to start using the more stronger tape. Now I don't really want to use all of this bubble wrap, because it's just going to add more thickness, and I don't think it's necessary. So the bit that I don't need, I'm just going to gently cut. So I'm putting this to the side. And here I'm going to get the tape. And I want to start with the tape down here. You're starting to not be able to see the phone, so that's a good sign. The other side, I want to secure as much as possible, so I'm going to do the other side now. I'm going to be doing this. So the phone is starting to look quite well packaged. I'm going to just add another layer, and then it's going to be good to go. One. The underside, I want to secure as much as possible, so I'm going to do the other side now. I'm going to be doing this. So the phone is starting to look quite well packaged. I'm going to just add another layer, and then it's going to be good to go. Doing this. 1, 2. So this is the last layer, and as you can see, the package looks safe enough. I'm going to be adding some tape here. They also do sell those like anti-static bubble wrap bags, but I living in the UK, I haven't really seen them sold anywhere. The ones that they sell on Amazon, they're usually too small for phones. Like sometimes they fit like an iPhone 6 or an iPhone 7, but iPhone 8 barely fit, and a phone bigger than that barely fits as well. So I usually just use bubble wrap. I've never had a problem with bubble wrap. So I'm going to be doing this. If you're selling by eBay, also please choose one of the shipping options. Not only will you be saving money, but it also provides tracking for the customer, so that if you chose an option with tracking, then it provides tracking for the customer, which I think is quite good. Okay. So now I'm going to be doing this side over here. Do the whole side, the whole of the sides. One good way to know if your phone is packaged well enough is that you can't really see the phone itself, because you basically just want to make sure that if I was going to get this phone and throw it out of my window, that it would survive. Because you don't really know what's going on when they're shipping the phone. I'm sure that you've seen those movies when they're like... and they don't... and the delivery people don't... take care, although it says fragile. In real life, I think it's a bit hard. I think it's not going to be like that, but just in case, I'm going to package this, and I'm going to add one more. I'm going to add this side. Also, it's best to use it's best to use the best box that you can find. Don't use a very beat up one, because it's obviously going to break. Here we go. Looks packaged enough. I'm going to add one layer going like that. Okay now. So this is the phone, packaged up quite well. You want to make sure that the bubble wrap is quite well secured. I think it looks quite secured here. Now we're going to be putting the phone to the side. I can't really tell which side up it is now, but we're going to be putting it to the side. we're going to be working on the box. So as you can see, this is just your normal Amazon box. I think this is the A3 or A4 version. It's probably A4 because the A3 ones are much bigger. So now, as you can see in here, there's some cardboard. I'm going to be putting this in the bin later. But in here, as you can see, it's just cardboard. Firstly, what you want to do is you want to secure this side. Because you don't want it to break. So in here, I'm going to just be getting some bubble wrap, and I'm just going to be putting it to the bottom just to make sure that the phone doesn't wobble around. As you can see, it's not the best. So now I'm going to be adding a bit more bubble wrap. There are people that just they just package the phone bubble wrap and then put it in one of those plastic bags. I don't really recommend that, just because I think the cardboard adds a bit more protection. So now I'm going to be slotting the phone in. As you can see, it doesn't really fit, so I'm going to be taking that extra layer of bubble wrap, putting it in the full. As you can see, there already is some, so I'm going to be slotting this in. It fits in better. Now I'm going to be putting some bubble wrap to the sides of the phone. So over here, for example, there's some space, which I'm going to be trying to eliminate. Here is some more bubble wrap. So I'm putting the bubble wrap down here. So as you can see, this side of air pretty much is eliminated, and this side is a bit smaller, so I'm just going to be getting a smaller bit of bubble wrap. This is a bigger bit, but at least I'm using it twice. So then I don't think it's going to fit, so I'm going to be cutting it in half. A good way to cut it in half is to fold it like this, and then you keep trying, you put yours just like this, you open it, and then you just follow the line. There are people that just they just package the phone in bubble wrap and then put it in one of those plastic bags. I don't really recommend that, just because I think the cardboard adds a bit more protection. So now I'm going to be slotting the phone in. As you can see, it doesn't really fit, so I'm going to be taking that extra layer of bubble wrap, put it in before. As you can see, there already is some, so I'm going to be slotting this in. It fits in better. Now I'm going to be putting some bubble wrap to the sides of the phone. So over here, for example, there's some space, which I'm going to be trying to eliminate. Here is some more bubble wrap. I'll be putting the bubble wrap down here. So as you can see, this side of air pretty much is eliminated, and this side is a bit smaller, so I'm just going to be getting a smaller bit of bubble wrap. This is a bigger bit, but at least I won't be using it twice. So then I don't think it's going to fit, so I'm going to be cutting it in half. A good way to cut it in half is to fold it like this, and then you keep trying, you put your scissors like this, you open it, and then you just follow the line. Surprisingly, there's not many tutorials on YouTube on how to ship a phone, and there is one which is quite good, but it's just for like old brick phones, and it came out like 7 years ago. So I just wanted to make a type of updated version which would help you guys more, as most of the phones nowadays are mainly screen, when those ones used to just, they used to be that you would just not, so when you drop the phone, they just wouldn't break, like the Nokia phones. So I'm going to be slotting this in. Doesn't fit. Okay, here it is. So I've inserted it quite well, and as you can see now, there's like the sides, the bubble wrap that I've put to the sides is quite big, so it's quite long, so now it's adding even more protection for the phone. I'm actually going to be adding some tape here. You don't have to do this necessarily, it just provides more protection for the phone. So here it is. Now it's time to close the phone up, the box. As you can see, it fits quite snugly, and that's what you want. You don't want it to not fit in the box, obviously, but you don't want it to be, if you get the box and you shake it, you don't want to hear any noise. As you can see, this is just, as you can see, there's nothing rummaging inside. So now I'm going to be putting some tape to secure it around the box. I'm going to be adding a layer here. As you can see, you don't really need packing tape. I just use sellotape. Maybe adding another layer. Here we go. And then we put in another layer. Tape here. Here we go, so here it is, we've secured this side, we're just going to slowly move on to this one. As you can see, I'm running out of 10, so that's cool. I think I might have just enough tape to complete the box. I'm going to be doing this side. And so that's cool. I've just run out of tape. So this will go in the bin after. And we're just going to keep on using this for now. That's cool. think I might have just enough tape to complete the box. And I'm going to be doing this side. And so that's cool. I've just run out of tape. So this will go in the bin after. And we're just going to keep on using this for now. So as you can see, this is our box. This is our box. It's got a phone in it. It looks to be quite well. Quite well. It looks well packed. Just going to add a bit more tape to this side. So I'll be doing this and this. Here I'll be doing this. Yeah. So and now we're just going to go to the post office, give this in, and they'll just put the postage label either on this side or this side, and then it's going to be good to go. I find Amazon boxes to be quite sturdy. So here it is. It looks quite well packed. I'll just add a bit more tape here. Here it is. So yeah, this is your tutorial to how to ship a phone. I'm now going to be taking this to the post office. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and be sure to follow my channel for more tutorials like these, and good luck packaging your phone. Bye.